How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to yet another weekly warehouse. Took the week off last week, and by took the week off, I mean worked the most hours in a week in company history. You just didn't happen to see it because we were at Worlds. World Championships went down, but we're back and we've got all kinds of plastic. Most of it's going up this week, but you know, we got a lot of stuff coming in the next few weeks too. But we'll kick it off with the PM line now in Z plastics. Been a while, taking them a while to do this, but super excited about this. There's also some that are in Z light, but basically the whole PM line. So we got the Lunas here, which they feel great. It's a really good run of Z, all of it is. We've got Onyxes. A Z Onyx actually might end up making my bag. I used to love the Onyx. It's been a while since I've thrown one. A Z Onyx might just be that little kick in the tail. I need to get it back. We also have the Z Athena. I think I saw some Z Light Athenas being put up over there as well. Not in the PM line, but in the same breath, we have a restock of Passions as a whole. I saw a bunch of Passions are on the site, but there's also gonna be some Z Light Passions going up here soon. The Z Light actually also adds a little gumminess to the Z plastic. So this one, for instance, is 148 grams. So I might be grabbing one of these because that sounds like a lot of fun to be able to still throw the Passion but have it flip way more consistently. Then over here, also gonna be hitting the site is Z Malta. This just feels right, I'm gonna be honest with you. The Malta, when I picked it up, I was like, when I picked up a Z one, I was like, this is the plastic this mold was meant to be in this whole time. Like this feels, I don't know what it is. Maybe it makes it feel more Rock 3E to me. Obviously it's still a smaller mold than the Rock 3 was, but I really wanna try one because this just like, in Z plastic, it just feels correct. And then we also have the Z Zeus, not Big Z Zeus, the Z Zeus. That also gets me excited, another one I want to try. I also saw the Z Hades and the Z Kratos, they're around here somewhere. But regardless, the entire PM line in Z, and there's also some Z Light, is gonna be on the site right now. You can go check it out.
Hey guys, my name is Brad Jones, and I approve this message. Thanks, Brad, I appreciate it. So over here, we've got my favorite disc of all time, and that is the Shaman, more importantly, the Konner Shaman. We kind of changed the way that you say the word shaman so that it sounds more like con man. So this is the Konner Shaman, and it has my face on it. So we have more of these. You guys have probably seen them before, and we've got really exciting colors in them now. Colors that we've never done before that were special for Worlds, and we still have some left over, and that is the metal flake ones that I like to describe as the floor of a roller skating rink. As you can see there, they're really, really fun, very spunky disc is how I describe it. And then these are also Metal Flake Glow, and they do glow a lot. I played around a glow golf with them, and they were awesome. And these are all glow as well. We got some more of your classic glow looks. The Shaman is such a fun disc to throw, but not fun in like the super quirky way. It actually is just a pretty solid disc. It's really, really dead straight. If you put it on a little bit of hyzer, it will fly dead straight. If you put it on a little bit more hyzer, it'll fly dead straight with a little bit of fade. If you put it flat, it'll fly dead straight and then go a little bit right. It's just a straight disc. I think you guys will like it. You should go pick one up.
It's a bird, it's a plane, it's a Gannon-Burr Cloud Breaker. These things go far, they go high, and they fly. These are awesome. Trevor and I have had them in our bag for like a week or two now. We got them, our hands on them a little early. Gannon was also throwing the crap out of them. It was flippy for Gannon, which means it is just money for average people like us. You can rip it on a lot of, not a lot of hyzer, a little bit of hyzer, you'll get a little pop up and then it goes, or you can really crank on it flat. Like we're talking like 450-ish power, you can crank on it flat and it'll get you full flight out of it. Trevor's been throwing them a lot on like flat to slight hyzer and getting like a nice little pop up and cruise. I throw more hyzer, so mine just kind of is a pushing hyzer, but we did the Foundation versus the Nation. That video will be coming out, I think, next week. And Trevor had one in his bag and he threw, I think it was on 2 or 3 holes, the farthest shots I've ever seen Trevor throw, and they were all using the Cloud Breaker. He then proceeded to take it out of his bag in a classic Trevor Shark moment of what the heck are you doing? That's bad for your disc golf game. Good news, I think it's back in the bag. So the Cloud Breaker, if you want to throw really far and really hard, this is also Color Glow Horizon Sea Line. I haven't had a chance to test what I'm about to tell you, but this is from Gannon. So if what I'm about to tell you is incorrect, blame Gannon. He said that some of these will actually have 2 different colors glowing. So that the middle will glow like on this one maybe blue and the outside will glow like green or purple. Again, haven't had a chance to test that. Really cool idea though, but It is Color Glow, and it's a C-line, but it's a really gummy C-line. So normally I don't like my drivers in like a Champ type plastic, but this one has enough give to it that I haven't even noticed. It's been in my bag for a week or so now, and I've really enjoyed it. So you can check those out. Limited amount, bunch of different colors, bunch of different stamps, all that fun stuff. Now live over on the site if you want to throw far and be cool like Gannon.
Guys, I have a really good friend, and his name is Robbie C. And he has these awesome Robbie C Wizards, and they're in his specific birdie blend. So you probably already know that the Wizard is an awesome disc. If you don't know that, the Wizard is an awesome disc. It's just a putter that's like overstable and beaded. It's a great one. But the birdie blend is a specific plastic that Gateway doesn't typically run in the Wizard. It's like a cross between Pure White, which is like their hard, I know you guys don't know Gateway plastics, but Pure White is like their like hardest, slickest plastic, but it still has a little bit more tackiness. So it really has like a KC kind of feel from Innova. But you can hear that nice clack from them. They're really, really good feeling Wizards. So if you want to putt with a beaded putter, you like Robbie C, you like his little Duck Wizard stamp, and you want to support him and also have an awesome disc at the same time, you should go check out these Robbie C Wizards. And you know what? It's been long enough. Maybe I need to put some in my bag here soon.
Let me tell you about some Prodigy. So first off, we've got this D1 with this awesome dragon stamp, but that's not what makes this D1 so cool. This D1 is in, I believe, 500 Spectrum plastic, and I kid you not, this might be the greatest plastic I've ever felt in my hand right now. Now, is the D1 going to fly over stable like it's supposed to? I don't know. I can't promise you that. What I can promise you is, by golly, that feels great. I had not felt one until I walked over here and I picked it up and I was like, that needs to go in my bag. The stamp's really fun, really cool. D4 is supposed to be a 12.504. In my experience, it's either like a 12.5 -1.4 or a 12.5 -2.2, or sometimes a 12.5 -3.2. You can never quite know what you're getting, so just a little bit of a heads up there. But the plastic feels unreal. If you're a D1 thrower, I used to love them, just ripping them forehand. I threw them for quite a while in my like destroyer slot. You get some great ones that were hyzer flip, absolute bombers, and this run feels great. It does feel like a little bit more of a stable or slightly overstable D1. It doesn't feel like the flippy D1s, so if you want to take my word on that. But the stamp is just such a good time, and this plastic is unreal. Now, something else that's a good time that they just did is these are more baseline. I think it's gonna be like 300 if I had to guess, Spectrum. Ultralight D4s. Hunter, why would you ever want an ultralight D4? Well, A, if you're a new player, you just started, or you want to get your like wife in, or your dad, or like someone into the sport that's like just never really thrown a Frisbee, go an ultralight D4 if they really want to throw a driver like you're throwing a driver. That's a good option, but they're also a lot of fun just for trick shots. We took them out to a field yesterday, and like I literally threw it on as much hyzer as I could possibly throw it on, and it flipped all the way over, got on a roller angle, and then rolled another like few hundred feet. It was incredible. So that's a blast. Trevor is also throwing them on grenades, and they were flipping up. I think we actually got this on video. They were flipping up like this and then cruising. It's because a grenade, I learned last week, is basically just a spike hyzer, almost inverted spike hyzer forehand, because you're holding it like this. So it essentially flips like a forehand would and then flies and then came back. It was crazy to watch. So if you want to do some really fun trick shots, or you just want a really, really easy to throw beginner disc, maybe you want to put it in your bag in case you have to go left-handed for Ripped Revenge or something like that. Ton of fun, pretty cool stamp on it too. And they're in that awesome Spectrum plastic. So you can check both of those out. But yeah, these D1s, if you're a D1 thrower or you've ever been curious about the D1, this is the one to pick up. Holy cow, does it feel good.
Okay, over here, we have an awesome apparel restock, okay? We have every hat you could ever want. We've got our classic trucker hats right here with the mesh in the back, snapback, foundation logo, Dark Horse logo blue, another Dark Horse logo blue. We've got a few of them. We've got the Dark Horse logo in black. We've got the Bogey Bros in blue. We got the Bogey Bros in black. We got the Bogey Bros in red. And then over here, we get the hats that go on your chest, otherwise known as a shirt. And these are all Bogey Bros that are on dry fits. We've got a ton of different Bogey Bros, Dark Horse, Robbie C, Foundation, all these different things on comfort colors, which is my favorite t-shirt. And then the thing that we've been really excited over here, we've got for the very first time a premium golf hat, a premium Adidas golf hat, as you can see right there with the Foundation logo on them. These are really nice, high quality, premium hats that we're doing for the very first time. So you're gonna wanna go check them out.
Next up, we have the Discmania Skywalker 2. This is Casey White's signature disc, very Star Wars themed, but it's a Color Glow C-Line FD1. Here's the color, there was the glow. No, they're both Color Glow. But these things are really nice and overstable. We took them out to the field and threw them yesterday to get some social clips with them, and you could really lean into these. You could throw them on Annie, they were gonna flex out. They were not budging on hyzer. It's just an awesome overstable fairway driver. So if you like throwing FDs and you're looking for a nice overstable complement, check out the Skywalker 2. It definitely seemed a little bit more overstable than the stock FD1s that I've thrown before. So these are now live on the site, Color Glow as well. It's about to be glow season, so it's never a bad thing to stock up on some glow plastic for that. And if you're looking for a nice, consistent, overstable driver, don't look anywhere else. Last few things I'm gonna talk to you about, two things near and dear to my heart. Number one, greatest mid on the market, the mid that rules all other mids, the MD3. This disc is phenomenal. I fell in love with this disc years ago when it was still made by Innova. They moved it over to, their new originals. I was scared. I fell in love with it all over again because now it's not as overstable as the original ones by any means, but it's awesome. Because what I always wanted it for is I started using it because I wanted a beadless Rock 3. I wanted to be able to forehand. And so it was nice and overstable back then, but I always loved beating them up to be straighter. And that's kind of where these start, is they start where you're able to throw it hard and flat. They'll have a little bit of a finish at an end. If you throw it on hyzer, they're gonna hold the angle the whole way. They're really comfortable to throw just like dead straight forehands with. And then they slowly beat up to be hyzer flip. My pink one that's been in my bag for, gosh, it's gotta be a year now. I don't know, it's been a long time. Probably one of the oldest discs in my bag currently, is just now getting to where I'll rip it on hyzer and it flips over. I just can't say enough good stuff about the MD3. The profile, it's a nice low profile, beadless mid, super comfortable in the hand, pretty much always board flat, and I really like the new C-Line plastic for mids. I'm not crazy about them in distance drivers, but I like them in mids and fairways a lot. And the MD3, it's a staple in my bag, always has, always will be, and I'm glad that we have some stock ones back on the shelf. Now let's take a little walk across the warehouse to tell you about something else. Last but certainly not least, we got a good old restock on the Crazy Caddy. We've done a video with this before, but if you haven't seen it, it basically just clicks onto your bag and then you can just spin this wheel. It's in plastic, so it's not really gonna spin, but you flick it and it spins like crazy, and then it'll land on something, and that's what you can throw for either that tee shot, you can do it for every shot, whatever. If you go with just the Crazy Caddy, it doesn't have anything too crazy. It has like the craziest ones like opposite hand, but most of them are, you get like backhand, driver, putter, forehand. It's really fun to play with your friends as well. That's what we did in the video. There's also the Crazy Caddy Pro, which has a few more options. So you have to like throw a skip shot, for instance, forehand roller, you throw two and you use your worst, patent pending. It's basically like a little bit of a toned down version of what we've done with like Ripped Revenge and our wheel of weird throws and stuff like that. Because a lot of it is actually just good practice. Like there's a lot of holes where skip shot's not the shot, but if you're not practicing your skip shot, then when it is the shot, you're never gonna know. So it's fun to spin this and use it for practice, but it's also a great thing just to use against your buddies, where you'll go out there. So you have the Crazy Caddy Pro or the Crazy Caddy. Big difference is just the options on there. The Crazy Caddy's a little more tame. The Crazy Caddy Pro has a few more options. So tons of different ways to play with these. A lot of fun, and they kind of just look cool on your bag. To be honest with you, it's a fun little fidget toy too. You can just flick it and watch it spin mid-round. So check out the Crazy Caddy and the Crazy Caddy Pro. Also, just keep an eye on the site throughout the entire week, because I told you about a lot of stuff that's up on the site right now, but we've got all kinds of restocks that are on our shelf going up over the next week, maybe 2 weeks. So be sure to stay tuned. And other than that, we'll be back next week to tell you about all the stuff that came in and went up then.